Pick up the blitz. Flag is thrown. There's your first down and a lot more for Demaryius Thomas. Swing and a shot by Freeman. Deep into the night. Back-to-back homers for the Braves.
Blake Griffin will turn. Shoot a three for the win. Bounce. They go. They got the big land. They
go. All right. Good evening. It's Tuesday. You know what that means. It's time for the number one sports podcast in the world. It's time for Sports4U. Live on YouTube. I'm John. That's Mark.
Yep.
Big Freeze will be here in a little while. Be here about the top of the next hour. So we'll check in with him in about 45. And join us, as he said he would during this all season and many more appearances, as you know, the one and only Cody of Ballers and Briefs is in the building. Cody, how you been, man? Good, man. What's going on, brother?
Another day on Earth, I guess. I can't gripe too much. I'm not ashes or 6 feet under the ground, so I guess that's the best way to look at it. And good to be back with the guys, talking some ball. So
yeah, it's good to have you back, brother. We obviously gonna see a lot of Cody from all throughout the year, not just during football season. He'll chop in during a lot of the basketball talk. And definitely in the next few weeks, as we got combine, we got free agency, we got the franchise tag to talk about. And of course, he'll be.
And we got something else dropping soon.
Yeah, so y'all gotta stay tuned because we are working on something really big.
Pause.
The brand is working on something really special. So y'all be ready whenever that drops. Big announcement really soon about what Sports4U and Ballers and Briefs has going on. So let's just go ahead and get into what we got going on. Let's start in the world of the National Basketball Association, and obviously we're back full speed ahead with basketball. Seeing the NBA on NBC is such a joy. Seeing Bob Costas and everything. So I'm gonna start with what happened on Sunday. Well, let's start. Let's pause. I'll keep the ramble rock on, but let's start with what happened on Saturday. You know what up, JoJo?
Hey, JoJo.
We're not Duke fans.
Hey, JoJo.
Y'all know we hate Duke.
Facts.
So
except for one of us.
Yeah. I don't understand that. But my bad, Cody. My bad, Cody. But
I don't know why. I think I can tell you why. I mean, I lived in Arkansas, right? And obviously I always just loved to hate on the Razorbacks. So back in the day, I just latched on to the Duke Blue Devils, I guess. Back then, I always liked Coach K. But I was a Jordan fan. So everybody's like, how can you be a Jordan fan and then be a Duke fan? I'm like, I have no idea. But I always watched Duke college basketball, and I've always just been a fan. So
yeah, so let's see.
I was always a strange Cherokee Parks fan, though. That was weird. Not Christian Laettner or Cherokee Parks.
Cherokee Parks. Oh my God, dude.
With the goggles, man.
Cherokee Parks couldn't stand it. Dude, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Let me just keep the main thing. Duke, Michigan.
That was a great game.
Let me say this. Everyone knows it's North Carolina over here with me and Mark.
Yep.
But I'm not finna knock what I saw on Saturday with these stupid Blue Devils against the Wolverines. Now, first of all, I want to complain about this game.
What's that?
Why the hell was this game in the nation's capital? I get it. They probably scheduled this game years in advance. But man,
what's up, Bella?
A game like this, much as I hate Cameron Indoor Stadium,
that arena would have been popping.
That place is loud.
As much as I hate Cameron Indoor, as much as I hate, I hate the Cameron crazies. This game should have been either at Duke or in Ann Arbor. What up, Rob? Or either in Ann Arbor. Putting this game in Capital One Arena where the Wizards play was a freaking joke. But I get it. They had it planned. They had this planned out already, so it is what it is. But this game, look, I can't stand these dudes, man. But Cam Boozer, look, man, he got it honest.
Yeah,
he got it honest. And the rest of these dudes were balling, but Michigan was balling. But I hate to see the number 1 team go down to these dudes, but Duke is now the new number 1. They just steamrolled Notre Dame
They beat the
tonight.
shit out of Notre Dame, like 44 or something like that.
Yeah, so but congratulations to them on unfortunately for this victory. Still North Carolina all day. But let's go ahead and get to some NBA talk. So over the weekend, good thing we have Cody here because over the weekend, his Houston Rockets, they took a loss over the weekend to the New York Knicks. We just saw get steamrolled by the Cleveland Cavaliers. The Rockets were up by being like 18 going into the fourth quarter and blew the lead. And I heard Emi Udoka said it seemed like it's the story of our season where we just keep blowing leads.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna ask you guys, and Cody, obviously you're the Rockets fan, you're in Houston. Are the Houston Rockets a championship contender? Or are they? What I'm saying?
Cody?
I'll let you guys give the unbiased opinion first because I'll give the biased opinion.
All right, go ahead, Mark.
What up, Sam?
What up, Sam?
Sammy.
No, I don't think so. When watching Houston, we missing one true thing, and that's a true point guard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, Fred hurts bad.
Yeah. That's a big loss. I don't know. It seems like Kevin Durant and Sengun don't seem like they don't really get along the best. As much as I like the Thompson kid, he just don't shoot enough or well enough.
He's hurt right now too.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like, and then it seemed like Jabari and all of them just not consistent enough to, you know what I'm saying, where you can go get a consistent 12 to 15 from on every night. You might have games where everybody, some of them might step up, but come playoff time, you gonna need the whole team to step up. And I don't see that, especially not without a point guard. Now they saying Fred might come back this year. I just don't want him to rush back.
I don't think so. And then we lost Steven Adams at the end of January.
Yep.
So there's your depth center, your starting center. I would assume he was a starter, I think. And then, but that hurts depth, obviously. And then, I don't know, like you said, no point guard. Let me say this: being a Rockets fan, and real ones know, not. This is before James Harden's time. Like we had good point guards in Rockets history. I mean, good Rockets teams. Stevie Franchise. We had Mad Max, Vernon Maxwell. Good point guards over the years. But you can't win. You can't win without a good point guard. Obviously,
I agree.
I think so. I mean, a two guard is good. A good two guard, yeah, but I'm not sure that we're not beating the damn Spurs without one. Like,
yeah,
I know obviously Wemby's like 8 foot tall and you can't teach that, but like still at the same time, I agree. I think that we're a second round at best and we're out.
You can't teach what Wemby is, yeah. And clearly, without a true point guard, and that's one thing I didn't understand they didn't address at the trade deadline or even going into the season. You knew Fred VanVleet was going to be gone a week before training camp. I would have thought they would have made more of an effort to try to go get a point guard to replace him, even if it's just on a 1 year, even if it's just for 1 year. But obviously, they went with this tall lineup, but it's just not working because you don't really have a floor general out there. You got a bunch of playmakers, which is cool and all, but you don't have a real floor general out there that's going to organize the offense and keep things balanced and bring some balance. But
and we have so much money in hurt players, though. I mean, like that's literally like our team right now. It's like 24 million in like Fred and he can't play. Steven Adams is like 14 mil. He can't play. Like so much money in players that can't play. And then you have Sengun, who's like 33 or 34, and then I think like KD's like 50, 55 almost.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you have so much money in those players, and then it is what it is. And then you got like Reed Shepherd. Like, come on, dude. He's like $10 million contract. He's not a great guard.
Nah. And he's not really a point guard. He's a specialist. So
yeah, exactly.
And then let's go ahead to we talked about your squad. So it's only right. I'll talk about the what's wrong with my squad. So Sunday, let's go over to Sunday. Big day here in LA this past Sunday, Cody. Mark, we honored a legend. A legend got immortalized in downtown LA, and that is one Pat Riley. Pat Riley officially got his statue unveiled this past Sunday outside the Staples Center. Did a great ceremony. You had speeches from Dwayne Wade, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, Magic, Michael Douglas. Yes, that Michael Douglas, the actor. A lot of people don't. If you know, you know. And for those who don't know, if y'all seen the movie Wall Street, Gordon Gekko is a splitting image of this statue right here. If you've never seen that movie, and him and Pat Riley became good friends after that.
Yeah, The Godfather. He's great. He's been great for basketball, man.
But you weren't a fan of Gordon Gekko of Wall Street? Oh, what? So yeah, but I say this: it was a good. He gave a good speech on Sunday too. All the former Showtime Lakers in attendance. You had some of the Heat. You had the Heat brass was in the house. It was in the Heat. The Heat brass was in the house as well. But that's what everyone's talking about. You know what everybody's talking about? They should be talking about the statue, and they gave a great halftime presentation for Pat Riley as well. But they're talking about this.
Oh yeah, Pritchard beating the shit out of y'all.
That's
a third. Wasn't he the difference? Like
yes.
Literally, his 30-point game was like the difference in y'all's. I do remember some shit. Like I don't watch a ton of NBA, but I do watch stuff that happens, and I'm like, wasn't his 30 points the difference between? Oh, there it is, right there.
There it is, 30 points. Him and Jaylen Brown pretty much owned the Lakers on Sunday afternoon. There was nothing we could do about it. And it started the game started off close, but then Boston, look, they're just better than us. The score is indicative of how this game was played the final three quarters. Boston is a better team than us. It's not even close. I hate the Celtics, and you're never gonna hear me say nothing good about Boston ever. But I'm not gonna be delusional and say that we weren't the better team going into this game. We clearly weren't, and they showed. Jaylen Brown looked like the MVP. This dude looked like the former Sixth Man of the Year, and we just got our butts kicked badly. So when you hear that comes a lot of criticism. People were complaining about the Lakers' effort, that they weren't out here trying. One in particular who was talking about that was the great James Worthy, the Hall of Fame, Big Game James. So y'all know James Worthy. It works for Spectrum Sportsnet, the Lakers network, and he was there watching the game until he had to come back in studio to talk about the game for Spectrum Sportsnet. He gave a really harsh criticism of the Lakers, and as being on the show with 2 or 3 non-Laker fans, y'all let me know what y'all think. Here's James Worthy talking about the Lakers' performance against the hated Boston Celtics.
All valid. This game to me wasn't about stats and rebounds and all that. All that is the norm. Mm-hmm. No heart. Weak. No heart, weak. And it's post All-Star, and we talked about what they needed to do before All-Star. I think they didn't achieve what they wanted to there. So now you get a break and they come back. Triple game, okay. That was a tough game. They won. But tonight, this afternoon was weak. It's the Boston Celtics. Okay, no Tatum. You're at home. You're in 5th place. You're trying to move up. You show really, to me, no respect for the uniform. Okay, when you come out and you get out rebounded, offensive rebound after offensive rebound, Pritchard, Jaylen Brown, you can sniff out weakness. Okay, when you do that, you can just dominate. That's what they did. Offensive rebounds, they've got to decide who they want to be, because right now, we don't. I'm not sure. They're a good team. I'm not taking that away from them. They're a good team. They got a lot of offensive power. But until they decide, I'm a little biased because it's the Celtics.
Right.
And it was Pat Riley's, a statue unveiling it too. Just to come out like that at home with no, it was just tough to watch.
Just said no ball.
Because I drove back, listened to Don Ireland on the radio on the way in. It just got worse.
The game.
All right, man. I'm gonna let y'all y'all the non-Laker fans. Y'all respond to what James Worthy said.
I don't think he completely wrong. I think he overreacting because it's the Celtics. But again, us not being Laker fans, we probably don't feel that same vitriol towards Boston as he does or y'all do. But to me, we've seen games where like this before, where the Lakers come out and play lethargic. Like I said, I think it's just over because it's Pat Riley night, and then y'all playing against Boston. I think that's all it is. I do have a question about the Lakers though.
Go ahead, Cody. And then
being the you guys know that I'm about half-ass stats nerd, so I'm just looking at the stats in this game because obviously I just know the score. So the score is the big deal, right? Obviously 30 points, but from what James was talking about, you would have thought you guys got out rebounded by 300 rebounds, So the offensive rebounds, they only got one more offensive rebound than you guys did. And they only got 10 more defensive rebounds more than you guys did. And so that's only 11 total rebounds more, right? That's 11 rebounds, 11 opportunities you could have the ball, put the ball back in the basket, right? So that's 20 points right there. But the thing is looking at the stats, you guys didn't get beat that bad based on the stats. If it's just lollygagging and you guys are starting putting the ball in the bucket, that's on the players, not the stat line, So I see where, like, kind of to Mark's point, I feel like James is a little bit overreacting because it's like your biggest rival of all time kind of put it to you, and it makes you look bad. And I do see kind of where he says it's disrespect for the uniform, but at the same time, it's not like you just got beat by point. Like I just can't. The stats don't lie, right? Like stats show it's just points. So I guess that's maybe it. So, but I think points wise, yes, it can show a little bit of being lackadaisical, but I don't know, man. I feel like he did kind of like overreact just a tiny bit.
All right, let me read some comments and then I'm going to react. So Sam said, the Celtic-Laker game angered me and embarrassed me as a Laker fan. The Lakers pissed me off even more saying they're keeping Rob. I'll get to the Rob Pelinka situation in a minute. It was like one thing, man, Rob, I forgot who I heard said it, but I think it was right. I don't think these guys have the same hate of the Celtics that those of that was Antonio Daniels who said that. He was on Sirius XM that was saying it. DeMarco was saying it. DeMarco Farr was saying it. Travis Rogers was saying it. Sam was saying the Lakers was just BSing and not playing hard, playing soft like a bunch of people, like a bunch of wussies. And AC saying that Jaylen, no, he ain't a fraud. I know what you're saying as a Laker fan, but he ain't a fraud. Let me say this. I watched the whole game. It was Daddy-Daughter Day. Watched it. Took Sophie home. Came back, watched the second half after Pat Riley's ceremony. But I did watch the whole game. The Celtics were the better team. Let's not act like that's not the number 2 team in the West, in the Eastern Conference we're playing, excuse me. We're the 5th best team in the West. They have what we don't have. That's athleticism, length, and defenders. And let me say this, and like to the point where Rob was saying, only people who really know probably have any true animosity towards the Celtics would be LeBron and Luka, because we know LeBron's history with the Celtics. The Celtics bounced Luka out of the finals, which is probably the reason why he got traded to the Lakers in the first place. Austin Reeves, maybe because he's been around the last 4 years. Him and Rui been around probably the last few years, whatever. But none of these dudes don't really know about this. I'm not expecting DeAndre Ayton. You know what you got with DeAndre Ayton. I don't want to hear that. As much as Michael Thompson tried to uplift the spirit,
Rue may be the only other person in that, because he was with Washington for so damn long.
Yeah, but
maybe.
That was trash.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think LeBron and Luka have the hate for Celtics. Like
exactly, that's what I'm saying. I don't think I agree kind of with what Mark's saying there. I think that.
But I think I'm not sweating with the Lakers. I'm talking about just in general. I think LeBron hates the Celtics in general.
I don't think he hates the. I think he hated that because I don't think he hate the Jason Tatum. When I think it was the big three Celtics that he didn't like. I don't think everything after that. I don't think it was really after Celtics.
I truly agree.
But he grabbed one of the big three.
Yeah, and
he told Ray, said, "Come on over. Let's win a championship over here or two."
And here's my thing, and I hear everything James Worthy's saying, but I think, like I said, this was all because it was Pat Riley's day, and all the Showtime Lakers Magic was there, he was there, Kareem was there.
Then they should have got out and play if they feel that bad.
Well, heck, they'll probably see how slow we move now. You think they would have just been just as equivalent.
You also got to think, is Pat Riley there? Guess who don't give a damn about Pat Riley?
Nobody.
LeBron.
Well, although he did sit out. I would give LeBron credit. He sat out there during the ceremony and dapped him up.
Cool.
You think these Lakers give a shit about Pat Riley? No. Because all these dudes recognize Pat Riley as
he was with the Heat.
Heat front office.
Right.
They don't care about that.
Nobody knows that Pat Riley coached the Lakers in the 80s. They probably don't even know that Pat Riley coached the Knicks in the 90s.
I was about to say the Knicks. I was about to say the Knicks or
the Knicks in the 90s. They know him as the guy who got LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh to Miami.
Yeah,
that's the guy.
And bumped Stan Van Gundy's ass back out when he was the coach. He said, "I'm coaching Shaq, D Wade, and Jason Williams with the Heat to a championship over the Mavs."
Candace, what's up with it?
What up, Candace? But no, look, and the whole disrespecting the uniform thing. I mean, let's calm down. None of these dudes. Most of these dudes are not even going to be here next year. Let's just keep it a buck. Besides Luka, maybe Jake Laravia's contract. None of these dudes, even with LeBron, we don't even know who's going to be back next year. We don't know if Austin Reeves is going to be back next year.
I heard a theory about LeBron and where he's going.
Well, I think I know the theory too.
But it's not Cleveland.
Really? Okay, we'll have to discuss that later. Inside information. Candace says, what up, Nessa? Candace says, sports should come with history lessons because if you don't know about the Knicks and Pat Riley, look, some of these dudes weren't born.
You gotta think. A lot of these people was calling the era that Jordan played in as plumbers. They don't care about the past.
Yeah,
sorry. That just happened.
I mean, the thing is the same argument that they make about Jordan playing against plumbers. Magic was playing against those same guys. Kareem was playing against those same guys. Michael Cooper, Byron, you know what I'm saying? Like all those dudes, the Showtime Lakers were playing against some same damn plumbers. So that's what I'm saying. Like that argument goes both ways, but nobody wants to say that shit.
Yeah, what do you say? He don't want LeBron back at all. Which goes back to my next question. And I don't know if this is
what up, Nessa?
Just in my what up, Nessa? Just in my algorithms. But I've been seeing a lot of Laker fans fed up with Luka now.
I think that's coming from the media. The media, they've been listening too much. Like I heard today, Cowherd saying that Luka's lost his athleticism. I'm like,
he never had that. He never was.
I mean, he played above the rim a little.
No, he didn't. He had like 2 dunks and he like 6'15".
I mean, but he played always below.
That's always been his game.
What are we talking about? He was like, like he was what?
There has not been an athletic person from a Soviet bloc company like country since what's his name that played for the Nets?
Drazen Petrovic.
Drazen.
Rest in peace.
Ain't nobody been athletic.
What's up, dog?
Since Drazen. So, but yeah, let's just be honest.
Yeah,
but I did read something today about somebody. I can't remember who the hell said it, but they were saying that Lucas all he's looking for is a foul. Like that's all he's doing, right?
Let me go there because Michael Thompson said the dumbest thing today on the radio. So I'm hearing this talk about people playing. Look, and I don't like hearing Luka always whining about calls, but superstars do it all the time. Kobe did it, MJ did it, Magic did it, LeBron did it. Every superstar did it. So everyone upset that Luka was complaining about the calls. Let me stop that. Yeah.
It was Zach Lowe. That's right. That's exactly who it said, Rob. That's exactly who said it.
It was definitely Zach Lowe saying that. Yeah, it was Zach Lowe. Calm the F down. But yes, and Michael Thompson said today that if Luka was to do that tonight against Orlando, he would if he was JJ, he would sit him on the bench. I'm like, yeah, let's see how long that happens before the Lakers are down 12 to Paolo Banchero and Desmond Bain.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't imagine Pat Riley didn't complain about calls? Pat Riley didn't sit him down. Think Jordan didn't complain about calls? Phil Jackson didn't sit him down. I know Kobe complained about calls, and I know Phil, Dale Harris, or no coach sat him down. Shaq did too. And he was getting the most. He was fouled the worst out of anybody.
There's only 2 players in the NBA that's probably got fouled the most. That got the least amount of calls.
Shaq and LeBron.
Yep.
Come on, man. What are we talking about? We gonna bench Luka.
One's built like a Mack truck, and the other's built like a tight end. So there you go.
Man, talking about you gonna sit Luka for just to get? No, you're not. But Luka does need to give up free baskets like that though. That's
what a lot of Laker fans I've been seeing say that, like, you know, if you complain about the call, that's cool, but at least get back on defense.
Yes.
I got an Isaiah Thomas story for another time though. I got a good one.
And then that whole situation with on Sunday, Luka was complaining. Marcus Smart get called for a foul. Austin Reeves get a tech. Marcus Smart started barking at the rest. Now, mind you, Marcus Smart played for the Celtics, and he played against the Lakers multiple years. Stop it, man. Nobody cares. Look, I love you, big game, man. Nobody's caring, man. Nobody cares. Look, the fans, we care about it, but I'm not going to be delusional and like these young boys know the history of the Celtics and the Lakers. They don't.
Oh, yeah. No.
They don't.
And if you're a free agent and sign with the Lakers, I don't mean you automatically hate the Celtics.
Exactly. So
it's the same type of shit. Like I think like Pittsburgh and like NFL purposes, Pittsburgh and Cleveland, or Pittsburgh and you know, like no one gives a shit about the AFC North. Like that rivalry's.
Yeah. I didn't expect when George Pickens got traded to the Cowboys, he just automatically was about to hate the Eagles.
Yeah.
Or the Giants.
Yeah. I mean, come on.
There's only one person. I forgot who it was. I think he played for the Ravens. And they told him he should sign with the Steelers, and he said, "I can't do it."
Wow,
that's the only time I've seen it, you know, recently.
But yeah, the Celtics do look like a good. They are looking like a good team. So I'm gonna stick there. I don't want to, but I don't like talk about the Celtics. But when I ask you guys this question, because I heard Chris Canty say this the other day on the Sportsmanlike, he said, if Jaylen Brown wins MVP, he already has had a better career than Jason Tatum.
Now you got me wanting to look at what his stats look like. Because
I can say right now, Jason Tatum has been on 5 All-NBA teams. Jaylen Brown's only been on 1. Now, granted, Jaylen Brown has been a Finals MVP, and Jason Tatum has notably struggled in the Finals, even when they lost to Golden State and even when they beat Dallas. But and then be clear, every year they've been teammates since 2017. Jaylen Brown came in the league in 2016. Jason Tatum came in 2017. That first year together, they went to the conference finals. They lost to LeBron and the Cavs in 7. In the game 7, where Jason Tatum put up 40 and postered LeBron. But Jaylen Brown has been more reliable when they got in the finals. Ain't no denying that. There's no denying that. None at all. None at all. But
Jason Tatum he don't have an MVP, huh?
He has a conference finals MVP. Jaylen Brown has both conference finals and a finals MVP.
So if Jaylen Brown here have the MVP, Jason Tatum don't have one.
No, he just has some top, maybe like top 5 finishes.
Yeah. So right now, like to what John just said, they both have a championship. Jason Tatum has 4 first-team All-NBAs. Jaylen Brown has 0. Tatum has 5 All-NBAs, and Jaylen Brown has 1. Tatum has no Finals MVPs. Brown has 1. And it's 6 All-Stars to 5 All-Stars for Tatum, according to what I'm looking at right now.
That All-NBA is different for me.
Yeah, it's
All-Star to me is a popularity contest. So
yeah.
But yeah, All-NBA, Jason Tatum has been, and look,
in less games, Jason Tatum is better in every category. He's better in every category than Jaylen Brown, except for field goal percentage and the field goal percentage. So yeah, every category he's significantly better than Jaylen Brown. Points per game.
What Jaylen Brown averaging this year?
He's averaging 29. He's having a career year. 29. I think he's shooting about 40% from the field, about 35 from 3. He's having a career highs in points, rebounds, and assists.
This is important to me is because
70 games he's played though.
What's always been marketed as Jason Tatum is the number 1 option. So they always run their offense as Jason Tatum number 1.
Mm-hmm. By the way, we gotta ask a question about Jason Tatum in a second. Go ahead.
But now we seeing Jaylen Brown become the number 1 option, and it's not missing a beat. Not missing a beat. It's especially when people thought that this was just going to be a Passover year for Boston.
People thought they should have just traded Jaylen Brown and went in the tank.
I don't know. I'm not gonna say he have a better career. Them All NBAs is different for me, but
he's got a
it's an argument.
It's definitely an argument there because we cannot,
especially if, like I said, if like let's just say Jason Tatum don't come back and Boston get to the finals, or Boston even win the finals.
That's gonna be the X factor.
You can't argue. You can't argue that.
To me, that's the X factor because we talking about the Celtics, 18 championships. We know the history, and obviously, look, they know the history. I'll say this: they know the history. They know it's championship or bust in Boston. But if Jaylen Brown can get them there, just getting them there without Jason Tatum is major.
I was even to the Eastern Conference Finals.
Well,
it's crazy. He's averaging 10 more points a game than he has in any season or in his career. So
he's answered the call
and a rebound and a half.
He's answered the call easily this year, and that's why him and Cade Cunningham are 2 of the top MVP candidates. Speaking of Cade Cunningham, we got to see this game last night on Peacock. Boy. Wemby. The Spurs went to Motown and gave a Motown beatdown to the Pistons, 114-103 last night. And Wemby had 21 points, 17 rebounds, 6 blocks, and 4 assists. Cade Cunningham probably had his worst game. I don't follow a lot of Pistons basketball for obvious reasons. F them. But that probably was his worst game of the season last night. 5 for 26, 15 points and 10 assists. He went 5 for 26, and when he was guarded by Stephon Castle, 3 for 13.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that is his worst game of the season. But I'm not talking bad about Cade after one game. What he's been doing with Detroit.
He's in the Jaylen Brown category. That's why I think both of them are going to be is really going to be a close.
Have you ever seen a co-MVP
in the NBA?
Mm-hmm.
Not that I can remember.
Mm.
We've seen it in the NFL with Peyton Manning and Steve McNair, rest in peace. We've seen co-rookies of the year with your boy J. Kidd and Grant Hill.
We might have a co-rookie of the year this year too.
Or with Steve Francis and Elton Brand. And like I said, we might two Duke dudes when man. It's sickening, dude. It's sickening. Hey Duke. But yeah.
Never had co-MVPs.
Never. Okay, I'm not surprised by that.
Yeah, because I mean, I get it. It's one of the things where you should pick one, but I'm not mad at neither one of these people getting it.
I'm not shocked either, but if I had to pick, I think I would lean more towards Cade
because he.
Not just because I just think what he's doing is just with the Pistons is obviously this team was just 2 years ago had one of the worst teams in the league. JD Bickerstaff enters last year. They obviously make the playoffs. They get bumped out by the Knicks in the first round, and now they pretty much own the Knicks all this entire year.
Go back.
So
my Lakers are seriously in need of a young talent like Wemby, Cade, Jalen, SGA because we don't have none of that.
You know how you have to get that, Sam? You got to draft well. Wemby, number 1 pick. Cade Cunningham, number 1 pick. Jalen Brown.
They're both number 1. Yeah, I was going to say both of them number 1 picks, right? Like,
right. Yes, they were both number 1 picks.
A couple years apart.
Yeah.
Was Paulo in between them?
Yeah, it was Cade in 21. Paulo was in 22. Wemby obviously in 23. So
okay.
And then Jalen Brown was the 3rd pick in the 2016 draft. The Lakers took Brandon Ingram at number 2. Nobody knew SGA was going to be this SGA. He was a top 10 pick. They knew
Ben Simmons. Oh, I'm just looking at it now. I just pulled it up. Ben Simmons was the fucking 2016 number 1 overall pick. Oh my god.
Ben Simmons, Brandon Ingram, Jalen Brown. That was, and then Dario Saric. Those were the top 4 picks of that. I think those were the top 4 picks in the draft, if I'm not mistaken.
And then the next one was fucking Markelle Fultz. Oh my god.
Yeah, Markelle Fultz in 2017. Yeah, don't get me started. That was the year we took Lonzo Ball. I'm not confident in Pelinka in drafting good guys. Let me say this. All right, so let's go there. Since Sam is mentioning it. So right. the Lakers have hired a familiar face. Mark might know this guy, remember this guy. Does the name Lon Rosen ring a bell to anybody?
Lon Rosen.
Does anybody know that if you're a Lakers fan or you grew up in LA, does the name Lon Rosen?
Mm-hmm.
Lon Rosen was Magic Johnson's longtime agent back in the 80s. He since then he's been in business. He's business partners with Magic, but he's also been working as the Dodgers head of business operations. On Friday, it was announced that he's going to be the new Lakers president of business operations because our longtime president, Tim Harris, is retiring at the end of this year. So Lon Rosen today had his first, press conference, addressed the media, and he said what I think pretty much most Lakers fans with any sense knew. They're not firing Rob Pelinka yet. They're going to let Rob Pelinka play out this offseason. But Andrew Friedman, Farhan Zaidi are going to also be advisors to owner Mark Walter and obviously to Rob Pelinka. And I think Magic's going to be involved as an advisor as well. He's not going to be in the front office. I think this is where Magic comes in, where he does his work. He's Magic.
Which Magic?
Irving.
You say it was a work as Magic. I don't know which one you're talking about.
No, yo, chill. You good? You all right, man?
Overcome. He's going to overcome. Just say that. He's going to overcome. He's going to overcome. Overcome things that might or might not be impossible.
Well, overcoming is how he got in that situation.
Yo.
And that is the reason why the title of the program is going to be the title of the program.
Supposedly.
Hey, we'll get a copy.
I should have worn my shirt today.
Relax. All right, but here's the deal. I knew they weren't going to fire Rob Pelinka, and shout out to Scoot Henderson back in the building. They weren't going to fire him anytime soon. I don't think they're going to do the same with JJ. And the question is, Yo, Nessa, relax.
That's a lot of zinc. You'll go blind. You'll go blind.
What's wrong with you? And as soon as you say that, look who walks into the chat. Ladies and gentlemen, joining the show, the one and only Nick Freeze.
Oh my God.
What up, Nick? Nick, you there?
Mm-mm.
I didn't say he's in the black, but dang, pause.
Wait, you say getting blacked?
No, it's I just
What?
Wait.
John tripping, bro.
Hey, John, you need to chill out, bro.
I did not say that. I said he was in the black. I didn't say he was getting black. Pause. We don't how you're just saying crazy stuff now. All right, but I see what we're doing. Nick, I was just talking about the situation with my Lakers. Obviously, they announced that they're not going to fire Rob Pelinka at the end of this season. They got Andrew Friedman, Farhan Zaidi. They're going to be They're going to be playing consultant roles with the Lakers while still running the Dodgers and everything. But I said this the moment Mark Walter bought the team. They weren't cleaning house. They're going to let this play out the same way they did with the Dodgers. They gave Ned Colletti about a year and change. No, they gave Ned Colletti a year and change, and then they let him go and they brought in Andrew Friedman.
Shout out to the women DJs.
Shout out to the women DJs.
Hey, Sam, chill out.
Oh, my bad. Said it out loud.
No. You're okay. I know what Mark means. Mark is tripping.
I know what he means too.
This is hate.
Wait. No. I'm not gonna do that. Go ahead, y'all.
Mixed Master Splash. My bad. That's it.
Why every time Nick show up, the show get out of pocket?
Hey, that's a relax.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's wild. But no, he's in there talking about this situation with the Lakers and Sam wants Rob Pelinka fired. But I said that they're not firing him yet. They're gonna basically play this out, and then if things work, if Mark Walter don't like what he sees, he'll be gone. JJ will be gone, and they'll do like they did with the Dodgers, and they'll hire a new GM or president of basketball operations and hire a new head coach and go from there. And then it's on them to see if they can build a championship team.
Hey, look. If I was the Lakers, you know what I would do? First and foremost, I've been said the Lakers should have got rid of Rob Pelinka when they hired him. And I never liked the moves that Rob Pelinka really did. I feel like a lot of moves for him were like either set in stone already or like grandfathered in. But it's like I feel as if like what the Dodgers did. They got them a general manager who was who was in charge of like a small franchise. He did his thing up over there. And so what you do is you bring him in now, a guy who utilized the smaller franchises assets to the utmost. What can he do with a market like LA market? And that's what he did with the Dodgers. I've got what bro name is. John, I know for a fact John know his name.
Andrew Friedman.
There we go. You do one of those. And you do the same thing. Like you look around, and it don't have to necessarily be a GM. It could be a guy who's under a GM. You feel what I'm saying? Like like somebody who might be like a OKC disciple or something to that extent. Like you learn so much.
You say it while you said OKC. Hold on, and you say the OKC disciple. They're not getting Sam Presti.
No, one of his disciples. He's not going nowhere.
He's not going nowhere. He got all them picks. He's not going nowhere. You find a guy like Troy Weaver who worked for him that was in Detroit or somebody.
That man has never done a bad job in OKC, even when they weren't good. He's never done a bad job over there.
Right.
Y'all want Brandon Bean?
No, I'm good.
Hey, chill out, bro.
No, I'm good. I'm good on Brandon Bean. But yeah, that's what I look at with the situation with the Lakers. We just talking about Cade and Wemby. And Nick, I'll ask you this another question we just asked. I don't know, did you hear? And you obviously, for those who don't know, Nick has been very consistent on this take that he felt that Jaylen Brown is the best player on the Celtics. So Chris,
I've been telling people that for years.
But Chris Canty said this the other day on Sportsmanlike that he feels if Jaylen Brown gets the MVP, then he already has had a better career than Jason Tatum.
Yes. It's the truth. It's the truth. Now, look, I have an even more interesting take. I'm going to say this on today's show anyways. If Jaylen Brown gets them to, let's just say, the Eastern Conference Finals, this is going to be a very, very interesting offseason. That's all I have to say. Because some decisions are going to have to get made. And don't let them get to the finals. You don't have to even win. Just let them get there. There's going to be a whole lot of conversations going on. And I'm going to be honest with you. One of those two young ballers is not going to like it. Because one of them will be on a different team next year. If the success keeps going. The worst thing that could happen for Tatum is that this success is going on right now with Jaylen Brown as the man. This is the worst thing that could have happened for him. Because no matter how good Jason Tatum is, we all know he's great. But this hurts your stock a lot when you're not there and there's no fall off in the team. And on paper, the team is worse. On paper. They don't have Porzingis. They don't have Drew Holiday. They don't have Al Horford. Shit, they don't have Tatum. You feel what I'm saying? And I said this before. When it's Jason Tatum's team, his second best player is Jaylen Brown. This Jaylen Brown team, his second best player is Derek White. That's nothing against Derek White, but that's a big ass drop between Derek White and my bad, Jaylen Brown to Derek White. And they're playing very, very well.
I agree. But I'm gonna get your final thoughts on this before we get over to the football talk. What did you make of what James Worthy said about the Lakers on Sunday?
What did he say about? I think I was at work on Sunday.
So let me paraphrase it. He basically said they played with no heart and they disrespected the uniform for going out there getting their butts kicked by the Celtics.
Oh Lord! All right, extremely over dramatic because it's the Celtics. It's James Worthy because he's always over dramatic every time y'all play the Celtics. But to say the team disrespecting the uniform, that's old man talk. You feel what I'm saying? You can't be great 82 games a year. You feel what I'm saying? There's gonna be off days. Hell, the motherfucking 72-10 Bulls still lost 10 games. You feel what I'm saying? The Warriors still lost 9 games throughout the regular season. Like, you can't be perfect every single night. I think the problem is the same thing they've had all year. They have no defenders.
I've been saying that,
and the interior defense is trash.
And I've been saying that. What did you expect the Celtics to do? Just not play defense, not actually expose their weaknesses. Peyton Pritchard was like he put Jared Vanderbilt on skates on Sunday.
Oh, the male Caitlin Clark.
Oh man.
Oh, can we go there? So let me say this. And as much as I hate the Celtics, let me say this. As much as I hate the Celtics, I gotta give shout outs to Peyton Pritchard. Because every time he made a basket, he went right to Reggie Miller after he was making his baskets. So if it wasn't another story, basically fact. But so on the premiere of Sunday Night Basketball, Caitlin Clark is now being hired as a contributor for the NBA on NBC during the offseason. And Reggie Miller was asked with her to her face, who does her game remind you of? And he said Peyton Pritchard. And clearly Caitlin Clark was a little salty about it. Because clearly, I think she was hoping that he would say Steph.
That's the one.
But he was like, no. And then Jamal Crawford mentioned it on the broadcast that Peyton Pritchard and him had some words about certain comparisons, and I think that also wasn't just a message from Peyton Pritchard to Reggie Miller. He was also telling Caitlin Clark, "Don't shit on my game." Excuse my language.
That's a fact because Peyton Pritchard is a baller.
Reigning sixth man of the year, and the only reason he won't be sixth man of the year this year is because he's already started 50 games this season.
He is a baller. For sure.
But yeah.
When he gets his chance to shine, he shines for sure.
And so I just want to have a question. I don't know what's his contract situation looking like, but he's eventually gonna get it. He's got a nice payday in his future real soon. Let's go over to the National Football League, gentlemen.
Oh Lord,
because it's Combine week. We are 48 hours into the start of the NFL Combine, and there's a lot going on in the National Football League. Moves can be made, trade talks, all that. Let's go ahead and just start. And Nick, since you're here, we got to go there first.
I figured.
Your GM, John Spytek, spoke today and addressed the elephant in the room, which is about Max Crosby. So he says, Max is an elite player. I've been very upfront from the start when I got here, and we're in the business of having really good players on the team, and we need a lot more of them. Basically saying he believes he's basically preparing for Max Crosby to be back with the Raiders next season. I've been adamant.
Yeah.
And it's not just because I'm a Broncos fan. I think he should move on because I don't see anything. I don't see I just don't see where he's going to succeed there. The timelines are different. You guys are in a rebuild. You're going to have a new quarterback. Y'all got all this cap space. Y'all going to be spending money on to try to build a good team around Fernando Mendoza once he gets drafted. I get why Max Crosby wouldn't want to leave. He's been the hardest of that defense for 7 years now. He's one of the best in the business. He loves Vegas. He loves the silver and black. But I'm gonna just say this: you have it. Look at Myles Garrett, and I'm not saying about the Ray, but look at Myles Garrett. He had a chance to leave now, and I think Myles Garrett would have left the Browns. He would still got paid. Maybe he would have still broke the sack record. We don't know. And he probably still would have been Defensive Player of the Year,
especially in Buffalo.
So Max Crosby really need.
Hey, John.
Go ahead, Nick.
That's different comp because this Myles Garrett actually asked to be traded. Max Crosby never had asked to be traded. So that's where the big difference is. You know, the similarities is outside of both a great player staying on a bad team. That's all that is. But you got to think about it like this, John. Let's say, for example, Mendoza ended up being like the right pick. And within like 3 years, all of a sudden we become we become a consistent playoff team. In 3 years, he's only 31. He can still contribute a lot at the age of 31. We've seen it. Plenty of defenders, especially pass rushers, still contribute at the age of 31. We have a lot with this is the first time the organization has actually been on the same track from owner to GM to head coach. You know, everybody knows this isn't going to be an overnight process, but you got to start somewhere. Now, I think it's a little different for Max Crosby because, you know, he had a lot of, you know, he had like drug addiction or whatever. And, you know, he attributes his healing process with the Raiders. So I think it's a little bit deeper than like just football for him as far as being on the team. That's what I think personally. Because I ain't gonna lie, in his predicament, I would have left too. You know, much as I love my team, you feel me? Like I've given y'all so much. What can I do? Charles Woodson did it, and we still love Charles Woodson within Raider Nation. We never look bad at him for doing it. Nobody talks down about Charles Woodson leaving the first time because we understand. So, you know, that's where I think, as far as Max Crosby, his connection with the Raiders is a little bit different. He puts them as like, y'all help me more than just get paid and become this great player. Y'all help me like in life, which is probably why he has the Raiders tattoo.
Cody, what you think about the Max Crosby situation?
Honestly, like, I think that, I mean, his last contract was like a 3-year deal, and he signed that in like at this time last year, right around the same time last year. Yep. I think.
Yes.
That he did.
Man, as much as I want to see the dude succeed, I don't want to see him fail. That's not what I'm saying. I think that like he might be that type, like kind of like what Nick said. This could be this could be one of those things like they turn around immediately, and this team is the Washington Commanders of 2 years ago with Mendoza. Not that I'm saying that Mendoza's Jaden Daniels, but at the same time, nobody expects shit from them, and then they come in and they make a run as a wild card team, or for some reason the Chiefs are still bad because Mahomes has a setback or some shit like that, and then your Broncos decide to fall off or something because Davis Webb is calling plays or something like that. So I don't know. I think that like this is his chance in the turnaround, and that this could be something that he's had, and I feel like maybe this is kind of the most competent group that he's had in his tenure with the Rams. I mean, with the Raiders, excuse me. So I think he should stay, to be honest. I love to see him go, but I don't think this is Myles Garrett with the Browns. I feel like the Raiders are a little bit more of a coherent organization as opposed to what that shit is in Cleveland. So that's my 2 cents. I think he's great, and I think he does a lot with a little bit. So,
Mark, what you think?
I think he should stay. No, I think he should be. I think he should leave, but I think what's going to happen ultimately is he's going to end up staying. Like what Nick said, I think it's more than just football. And when it comes to things like that, you have to respect that.
I mean, they got to trade him too, though. So that's what I'm saying. Like he's not. But that's the thing. Like he's not like he's a free agent.
Yeah, but if they open up trade talks, they'll get a good haul for him.
Word is, if the Raiders were to trade Max Crosby, they want a Micah Parsons like package for it. So basically, talking about
they will get that because his contract is cheap.
$30 million, yeah, for what he does.
His contract is cheap. His contract is cheap as fuck.
They want 2 wins and an experienced player, but we'll see. I think even if this happens, it's not going to be no time soon. They'll probably go into training camp, but there's going to be a lot of teams trying to talk to the Raiders about Max Crosby over the next 48 hours for the next weekend while everybody's in Indy for the combine. Some NFL news to talk about. No surprise here. The Falcons, they're going to part ways with Kirk Cousins the first day of free agency. If you were Kirk Cousins, one team's obvious choice is, does he go back to Minnesota, reunite with KOC,
Max.
or I think Jason McCourty said this morning, stay with Atlanta on a lower number. You played for Kevin Stefanski too. What happens with Kirk Cousins, Mark?
If Minnesota don't get nothing, I think that'd be the quarterback for him. But honestly, Kirk Cousins is at the end of his, on the downhill of his career. Man, I would take, that contract with Atlanta, man, and you never know because he still might end up playing over there.
What you think, Cody?
I like that. I like the same thing, but with Minnesota though, because I feel like he has this kind of deep. He has this deep connection with Minnesota, I guess. Like kind of like okay, well, y'all believed in me when no one else did, and gave me what I should have given. I feel like that he's willing to take a hometown discount to go back to Minnesota, and work with KOC because obviously he's been with KOC. Wasn't KOC with Washington when Kirk Cousins was with the Redskins too? I think in that office in the coaching staff. So what I'm saying is, I feel like that makes the most sense. And obviously, I feel like Kurt's going to kind of keep the pent up frustration that Justin Jefferson seems to be oozing every time someone talks to him at bay.
Nick, what you think? What happens with Kirk Cousins?
I'm piggybacking off of what Mark said. So you at the tail end of your career, and let's say, for example, he's like 38, 39?
More like 37, 38.
Like 37, 38? All right, look. If you want to be in the league still, become the QB mentor. That can extend your stay in the league for like another 5 years. Go to one of these teams where they either about to draft a quarterback, they have one that's young already, and you can be like the leader for that guy. You'll still get paid, and you'll still be, you're not going to be in predicament to win championships or whatever, but at the very least, it'll keep you in the league for sure. Especially if your guidance actually helps the quarterbacks become better. And that can lead you to other things within the league as well. That can lead you to being a quarterback coach or something eventually. That can lead you to the next level once you retire. You never know. So if I was him, that's what I would do. I would go look at the Titans. Even if some wild reason Washington be like, hey, can you come back over here and help us with I highly doubt that's gonna happen. You feel about help us with Jaden Daniels, or if the Raiders want to call and be like, hey, we're drafting Mendoza, help tutor him, whatever. Who else? There's a shit. Go to New Orleans and help Tyler Show. Stuff like that. Or even established veterans that are good, go to their team because you never for example.
Fucking go to Indianapolis. Because for sure. You might get playing time there.
Yeah. Or you go to a team like the Chargers and you've been in the league for a long time. You talk to Justin Herbert. You've been to conference championships before. You've won playoff games. And when he hits these walls, you could be the guy that sits that talks him on the sideline. That can be like, hey man, look, you can get through this if blah blah. Don't worry about this. Have that positive in his ear of somebody who's actually experienced it before. No matter how good you are, you've done it before. He's been to the conference. He lost, but he's been to the conference game before.
I agree.
You feel me?
Let's go to some other news in the NFL world. I did not say that.
NFL worm?
Okay. AJ Brown, relax.
Are you telling AJ Brown to relax?
No.
Oh.
So Nick Sirianni spoke with Kimberly Martin at the Combine and was talking about the trade speculation surrounding Arthur Juan Brown. Will AJ be here next season? I think we're still in the spot. I can't guarantee how anything is going to play out into next season. I think I'm going to be the coach next season, but you can't guarantee anything past tomorrow.
Oh my God!
What are you talking about?
What are you, the fucking wearing green and purple and run around with question marks on you? The fucking Riddler? Come on now. What the fuck is this? Just do you want it or not? If you do, throw him the ball. If you don't, let him go somewhere that will.
I don't understand what's going on with the. I really don't understand what's going on with the freaking Eagles. They
Bella, get your team. Get your team, Bella.
I really don't. I really don't understand. It's always something that you just don't get with these guys. I mean, common sense. Do you want the guy on your team or not? It's rocket science. Do you want the guy on your team or you don't? Just yes or no. And does he want to stay? Stop doing all this stupid crap. Now, personally, I think he's gone. I'm just saying that I think he's gone. But clearly they're going to play the waiting game, see how this plays out. They're going to play the waiting game and see how this plays out in the offseason. But I do not see A.J. Brown back with the Philadelphia Eagles next season. That's the bottom line.
Yeah.
What you got to think?
The funny part is I do see him bringing him back. I just think the Eagles would just do it, just to spite him.
Stupid. You're right.
I don't know. I feel like Howie makes weird shit happen, and I feel like that he's either he's cooking this on one side over here, okay, I got a good deal, I can think what happened, but I also like you just said, Mark, do I want to spike the shit out of this? Like,
Yeah. Yep.
I think this goes up to the draft. Our boy Big Nick saying AJ to the Bills, second round at most. Yeah, he's not getting. You're not getting a first for AJ Brown. Them days are gone.
Not now.
The Titans did it when they sent them to the Eagles. But you're not getting. The Eagles aren't getting a 2 for. Ain't getting a 1 for him now. You can kiss those days goodbye. So clearly, like Big Nick said, a second at most. But what the hell are you talking about?
I'd do that.
I think anybody would. I'd do it for Denver. What the heck is Sirianni talking about?
Yeah. So okay, you think he's worth what the Steelers traded for DK?
They got a
second round, a 7th rounder, and a 6th round flop.
That's it.
I'm not mad at that pick.
That's it.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah. And you got to decide and you figure out, is he going to want a new contract? Because that was the real catch with DK Metcalf leaving the Seahawks for the Steelers was he ended up, signing a new deal. Now, clearly, he didn't really live up to it this year. And we don't know what they're going to do next year at quarterback. Sounds like Aaron Rodgers might be back in Pittsburgh. Now that Mike McCarthy's is interested in having him back, but we'll see. Other news coming out of the combine is we're a week away from the franchise tag deadline. And we're gonna and when we get back here next Tuesday, we're gonna talk about that. But it sounds like these two guys will the only way you're gonna get them is by trade, or they're gonna stay with their current team. So it sounds like the Atlanta Falcons are planning a franchise tag Kyle Pitts. That'd be at 1 year, $15 million. And it looks like the Cowboys are going to franchise tag George Pickens, which would be at 1 year, $28 million. Let's start with Kyle Pitts, because thinking about George Pickens was going to give me a freaking headache. I think knowing Stefanski, how he likes obviously the West Coast offense, you saw what he did with Njoku and obviously Austin Hooper or tight ends when he had in Cleveland or even in Minnesota with Kyle Rudolph or Kyle Rudolph. I think he's going to want Kyle Pitts back.
He should. I would want to keep Kyle Pitts, at least give him one more year to see how he fit, like you said, with Stefanski's offense. And I want to see if they get a quarterback, because I'm not sure how much they believe in Michael Penis.
Michael's what?
That's not like you said my cold penis.
Cody, what's wrong with you?
And Florida is cold.
What's up, John? Said, to be honest, most of the Seahawks fans are happy to see DK go. He had too many anger management issues.
Well, and shout out to that Seahawks fan that's about to get the bread.
Yeah, shout out to him.
Kyle Pitts is going to be the third in 2026 will be the fourth highest paid tight end if he gets a franchise tag, because it's setting at 16.3 million, and there's the three in front of him are Hawkinson at 21, Goddard at 20, and Dawson Knox at 17.8. There you go, Brandon Bean. There's your money. Spending it on fucking Dawson Knox.
Wow.
So he's going to stand to make more money than Dalton Schultz, George Kittle. Oh, my God. Like Travis Kelce.
Fire Brandon Bean. Never mind.
Yeah,
you are crazy.
Yeah, that's wild. And then there's George Pickens. So we all know the Cowboys are going to play this out all the way to the end. George Pickens, they can try to get a deal done. The last time the Cowboys franchised somebody and they got a deal done was Dez Bryant in 2015, and they went all the way to the deadline. Now George Pickens is on a 1 year, could get him for 1 year, $28 million. You know this dude better than we do, Mark. I mean, he played for your school, man. Do you roll the dice and try to sign him long term, or do you see if he is this?
If I'm Dallas,
make a prove deal.
If I'm Dallas,
yes,
you sign him. You pair him with, man. Yes, you sign him. That shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah.
That shouldn't even. You shouldn't even be no second thought about that.
Look, you got before I get to Cody, you got the Javonte Williams deal done. I'm happy for my former Bronco. Go sign Brandon Aubrey now, and then y'all need to go ahead and y'all go.
Did he turn? Is it true he rejected his contract?
Cool.
Yes, he wants more
Aubrey.
money.
Yes.
He wants more money.
Yes.
And they're thinking about putting a first round or a second round tender on his ass.
I'll definitely they'll put a first round tender because. By the way, did you hear this story with the UFL?
Yes, sir. Give me them 4-point, 60-yard field goals.
UFL,
Give it to me.
Which is of course ran by The Rock, his ex-wife, and obviously he partners with Disney and Fox, with ESPN and Fox.
Redbird Capital, yeah.
And they're going to experiment this year where if a team attempts a 60-yard field goal or longer, then that's going to be 4 points as opposed to the traditional 3.
Oh, the Jaguars kicker gonna be having 4 points all year long.
That's what I'm saying. I think in the NFL we could do it, but I want it to be from 65.
Hey,
65-yard. If you kick a 65-yard field goal, give it to me. Give me 4 points all the time.
Hey, is the first round tender Travis Hunter's wife?
Yo, you good?
My bad.
All right, but they need to get this done. But knowing Jerry.
Max Crosby come to LA with the Rams.
We'll trade. We can trade Byron Young. Well, y'all got. Look, I don't think. Let Max Crosby go decide where he want to go.
You about to give them first round picks too, Sam.
Yeah.
You're not getting Sam Crosby and keeping them 2 first round picks.
Right.
But the thing, what I was saying is about with George. Kind of back to George here. $28 million. Okay, so that puts him right as we speak, and this is today. That puts him directly at number 8, tied at number 8 with Devontae Adams. So do you think George Pickens is better than Devontae Adams, Nico Collins, T. Higgins, Stephon Diggs? That's 28, 27, 26 and a half, 26 and a half. And yeah. And you got people that above him, DJ Moore at 28 and a half, Michael Pittman Jr. at 29, DK at 31, Amon-Ra 31.1. Chris Godwin at 33.6, CD at 38.4, and Jetta at 38.9.
By the
These
way,
are cap hits going in 2026.
Oh, do y'all know who Isaac Rochelle is?
Name sounds familiar.
He's playing for the Raiders and Chargers. He went to Notre Dame.
Okay.
He was journeyman. He now works for NFL Network on Good Morning Football. So this morning they had Sherry Burris had him, Manti Te'o, and Isaiah Stanback basically ranked their top 5 wide receivers.
Was Manti Te'o's boy?
Nice. By the way, and for some odd reason,
I remember Rochelle. I've seen that dude on yeah.
His wife is big on TikTok.
I see him always talking about what they do with jerseys and shit. Yeah.
But anyway, he did not have Justin Jefferson as the top 5 wide receiver.
Shout out to Florida titties.
Your look was like exactly like mine, Cody. You had Jameson. Obviously, look, he had Puka, he had Jamar Chase on there.
Oh goddamn! I gotta look that up now. I'm sure it's on the internet somewhere.
Yeah, it was on Good Morning Football. It was either today or I think it was yesterday. He was on Good Morning Football and did. I was like, "What are you talking about?" But yeah, you need to go ahead. They need to go ahead and sign George Pickens. Get that done. Get that done. And get that done.
Oh my god. Okay, so he has DK,
yes,
JSN, Amon-Ra, Jamar Chase, and Puka.
First of all,
I don't disagree with all of those except for DK. I'll swap DK out for Justin Jefferson and be fine with that 5.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, any list that don't have Justin Jefferson to me is suspect. But
I'm just saying, like, out of the top 5, like you swap out DK, take him out, and add Justin Jefferson, and I don't hate that 5.
All right. So final thing on the NFL front before we get to calling out names. Mel Kiper Jr. has his new mock draft out. So let's go ahead and break it down, gentlemen. Mel Kiper Jr.'s mock draft. So, of course, he has the Raiders taking Fernando Mendoza at number 1.
Somebody say my quarterback?
Yeah, we're talking about him now. Your quarterback going number 1.
Allegedly.
Going number 1 to the Raiders. This is Mel Kiper's mock draft. He has the The Jets taking Caleb Downs from Ohio State. That's pretty high for a safety.
He's pretty damn good.
This would be the highest draft slot for a safety since Eric Turner in 91.
That nigga's very good.
Caleb Downs is really good.
Yeah.
Like he's different. He's not just like if he was drafted number 2, I would not be surprised. He's very good.
Wow.
He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
I would be very surprised if he's not good at the next level.
He has Arizona taking David Bailey from Texas Tech at 3. The Titans taking Arvell Reese at 4 from Ohio State. The Giants taking Spencer Fano at number 5 from Utah. The Browns taking Ohio State wide receiver Carnell Lake at 6.
Ooh.
Commanders taking Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles at 7. The Saints at 8 taking Knicks boy Mekhi Lemon in New Orleans. The Chiefs taking Notre Dame running back Jeremiah Love at 9. And rounding out the top 10, he has the Bengals taking Ruben Bain of JoJo's Hurricanes in Cincinnati.
Oh, so they can like Trey Hendrickson
at number 10.
That'd be a perfect replacement for Trey Henderson.
Yeah, are they gonna trade him though? That's the key.
Oh,
Trey
Hendrickson.
His contract is up.
He's a free agent.
He's a free agent.
He's number.
Oh yeah, it is right. That's right.
Yeah, he's a free agent. He done.
They have the Dolphins. That's your Dolphins taking Francis Muigala from the U.
Muigala?
Oh. The Rams, they have 2 first-round picks. One using my guy, Jermon McCoy from Tennessee.
Damn.
This is where it gets interesting. At 21, he has the Steelers taking Ty Simpson.
Okay.
Has the Eagles taking Kenyon Sadiq or be fucking pissed if that happens.
The tight end?
Yes.
Fam. Hey man, I need somebody to draft him.
Dallas Goedert is a free agent too, right? Oh,
yes.
Shit.
I need for somebody to wait.
Yes.
That's gotta go. Hey, Brandon Beat. Never mind.
No, he'll get him $70 million if he come to Buffalo.
By the way, Mark, he has the Bills taking Washington wide receiver Denzel Washington. I mean Boston.
Denzel Washington.
I mean Denzel Boston. Not Denzel Boston out of Washington.
This is crazy. Training day, Denzel Washington?
That would be crazy. No, Denzel Boston from Washington. That's funny. Cody, he has
Jadarian Price.
Taking Jadarian Price from Notre Dame, the other running back.
Yeah.
He has my Broncos taking Emmanuel McNeil Warren, the safety from Toledo. And then, of course, the Patriots taking Arian Mason Thomas from Oklahoma, and then rounding out the first round with
because they gonna let that quarterback go, huh? They gonna let Rick Wooden go, huh?
Yeah.
I don't think the Chiefs are gonna draft old boy from Notre Dame. I think he'll get a running back in free agency.
Yeah, I think they're gonna get the Super Bowl MVP.
But here's the thing though. Here's where I understand where they could draft him as well. If Mahomes was playing this year, then look, if you're 100% sure that you're going to get at least 12 games out of Mahomes, then I would go after Kenneth Walker. If I'm not getting at least 12 games out of Mahomes, then I draft Love and then have him ready for Mahomes to be Mahomes' workhorse next year.
But I think Mahomes is gonna play, and I think they're gonna bring back Hill, and they will sign Kenneth Walker, and they bring him back in Kelsey.
That's what it sounds like. Nessa says, "I have a question for y'all. If you were able to choose your coach and QB, who would you choose and why?" Well,
in the league?
Yeah. Well, I would choose Josh Allen. If I could choose my quarterback, I'm choosing Josh Allen. If I'm choosing the coach, I'm choosing Sean McVay.
That's a good.
I think I would. It would.
Like active quarterbacks right now.
Yes, I'll probably have Joe Burrow with maybe Shanahan.
Pretty much the same thing. I didn't put him in the West Coast offense. He'd be perfect. Well, Mark, you already got your QB, but who would you want to be? Who besides Joe Brady?
Anybody, one of us.
Josh Allen.
I'm not mad at McVay. Shanahan. Mike McDaniel. You know what I'm saying? I just don't like Mike McDaniel as a head coach.
Yeah, as an OC, he's amazing. The Chargers gonna go crazy next year.
Justin Herbert has no excuse.
I would have loved to have him as an OC, but probably I love McVay, man. I like what he does well with the Rams offense, with or without weapons.
And what about you, Cody?
I mean, you guys have kind of said it, so I have to go off this cup. I do like the Josh Allen and I like Josh Allen and Shanahan. Because I feel like that would work. Like it would work because I feel like Josh Allen could be so much of what kind of like John Elway was back in the day when he would just pull the ball down and run it. And he could throw the ball too. But if I couldn't pick them, I would say just going totally just opposite of that, man. I feel like the upside that you could see in if he doesn't just totally just blow it, I think that maybe somebody like if you would have got like Jackson Dart with a Sean McVay, or like someone like just a super uber athletic young guy with a Sean McVay, let him kind of just mold him, you know. So, but I like the Josh Allen and Shanahan. I think that's probably the best way that I would go.
Hey.
Definitely not the asshole that we're not gonna trade.
Man, hey, I ain't gonna lie. I think Drake May with Sean McVay go crazy too.
How about Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess most Kansas City fans will say that.
Well, I don't know. It only works at its best when Airbnb is there, and coincidentally, he's back.
Go figure.
You said good nigga.
I said go figure.
Oh. Whoa.
All right. Let's get to the segment that's often imitated, never duplicated. Mark out here tripping.
John. I don't know what fucking John on.
I ain't say shit.
Anyway,
We know John.
Yep.
Relax. Let's go ahead and get shut up, Nick. Let's go ahead and get to calling out names. All right. I'm gonna start this off. My first calling out names. What the hell are we doing? What are we doing?
man,
Oh Lord.
Wait,
when is this?
is this for real?
Yes.
It's fucking
Yes,
for real.
it's for
Why do you
real.
not think I was
Happy
talking
birthday.
shit about it in the chat?
Oh,
No,
That's why Floyd's come out of retirement for this fight.
So let me be clear for those who want to know, because I think everybody
Bam.
knows, why is Floyd coming out of retirement and fighting Mike Tyson? You're fighting Manny Pacquiao again. Floyd Mayweather
is in debt.
He's involved in a huge $300 million lawsuit against Showtime. He's suing Showtime, Steven Espinoza, and his former manager Al Heyman for allegedly stealing $300 million in money from his fights.
Well, Paul Heyman did that?
Al Heyman.
Oh, his uncle.
Yo, Paul Heyman and Al Heyman are related. That's crazy. Because they both are.
My name is Al Heyman.
I can hear him saying that.
I can see it. And you know the crazy part is if you see Al Heyman, you would think he's just a shiesty.
Y'all think it's two families with Hyman names?
Yo, you good?
My bad.
Wait. What names you say? Nah. We're not skipping over that. What did you just say?
Yeah, this dude said, I said Heyman. This dude says Hyman. What the-
Oh, they're spelled
That is
different.
Crazy.
They're spelled
What are we doing
different.
here?
Damn it.
Hey,
And it's gonna be at the Spear.
at the who?
At the Spear.
Oh, that's what. Never
That's
mind.
That shit's gonna be
That's what they toys?
wild.
They're still using Africa as a sex
Hey,
toy.
yo. Man. Yo, you're crazy. My next call out names. Darren, I want to talk about this as a group, but Darren Peterson.
Oh
now
Lord.
he criticized, about his low management. So now he comes out and said, "Basketball is my life. If I could have been out there every game this year, I would have. If you would have asked me last year what were my goals this year, I would never mention missing games. Shut the F up, young boy.
Hey,
Come on, man.
I'm not drafting him number 1 overall.
I'm not either. I'm drafting AJ. I'm drafting the kid from BYU.
What's his name, John?
AJ Vanessa.
What BYU stand for?
I'm a
Busting youngins up.
Yo, you good?
Same thing as Brigham Young.
Let me. You know what you just did here. I know what you just did here. It's Brigham Young.
Brigham.
Brigham Young.
There's
Yeah,
not
Brigham.
no N in it. It's Brigham.
Wait.
Not
Brigham.
like,
Wait, hold on.
You put something together, John.
Hey, that old boy that worked for Penn State work over there too?
Bruh.
Yo, you good? Are you
Bruh.
good?
Jerry Sandusky?
Yep.
Bruh.
Yo, you know there's two Jerry Sandusky's?
Yes.
Nah. Like the
Yes.
Undertaker.
Same thing.
There's a Jerry Sandusky that's another coach too.
There's a Jerry Sandusky who's
I
actually
changed my name.
Who's actually the voice of the Ravens.
I ought to change my name.
But he spares his name with a G and not a J.
That don't help shit.
That don't help nothing.
It really don't.
Yeah, Brigham Young.
Yeah, you good?
That's fucking crazy.
I don't know about Showtime. I thought it was the building. What?
Wait, what?
She's talking about Floyd, but this whole I saw that story too, but I know he's suing Showtime over for $300 million.
I thought John was tripping for a second. I'm about to say, hold on, John.
Always has an
Floyd Mayweather's in debt.
Yes.
For sure.
I just seen
With
him
the
do a
mafia.
commercial for vodka. Do y'all know Floyd Mayweather ain't never took a drink of alcohol in his life?
At all.
Never.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
All right. I got two more, but I'm gonna go to this one first because I want to say the last one for Nick. Kendrick Perkins, and I brought this.
Oh,
This was
Lord.
a conversation in our group chat on Saturday that clearly got a lot of people upset.
Hold on, Sam. We got you in our prayers, whatever you're going through.
Yeah, don't worry. We got you, Sam. Stay strong, brother.
Yes, sir.
Kendrick Perkins. So they were talking about all these players coming out in the draft this year because it's going to be a loaded draft. Kendrick Perkins said probably the most blasphemous thing about. So Darius Acuff, we all know, is the point guard at Arkansas playing for John Calipari.
Oh no.
He said
No, this is not.
on
Kendrick didn't say
on
that.
you
He
right
did not
now.
say that he was the best player
He
that he's
is
ever coached.
the
Right?
best guard that John Calipari has
Oh,
coached. I'm
fuck
not
off.
talking about NBA
Hurt.
career, college career.
Right.
The man is averaging 22 points, shooting 50+% from the field and 40 from the three. Here go the graphic. This is all the guards, notable guards that John Calipari has coached. Look at the averages. I
Damn.
believe he just won 7 consecutive SEC Freshmen of the Week.
Yep.
On the verge of winning SEC of the year.
Player of the year.
Okay.
Let me ask before you continue. So just so you know, again, I'm not looking at stats for this particular question. I'm looking at an eye test from a skill level perspective, ball handling, passing skills,
yeah.
shooting ability, whatever. Give it to me from that.
He's averaging 6 assists. Okay. So not only is he getting
Nah.
his, he's making guys around him better. And I'm
Hey, man, cut
about
this
to
shit
blow
off,
y'all
man.
mind with this one.
Hold on.
Perks, get your own foot out your mouth.
What are we
Dog.
talking about? Oh, hold up. Let me start this first. Because me and Fat got in a serious debate. My boy Fat got in a serious debate. Our boy Bass about this. That's why I brought it in the group chat with y'all on Saturday. So let me just run off some of the guards John Calipari's coached over his 30-year career.
Wait, John. Before you do that, let me say this. Get nostalgia out your mind, but go ahead.
I'm not. It has nothing to do with nostalgia.
Go ahead.
DeJuan Wagner, Derrick Rose, and let me tell you, and I'm gonna run this. Derrick Rose, Tyreek Evans, and John Wall, 3 back to back to back.
Them niggas was nice in college.
Yeah, Derrick Rose and Tyreek
All of them.
Evans at Memphis, and then he left Memphis and went to Kentucky, and his first year he had John Wall.
God, nigga, John Wall was incredible in college.
Yeah.
And I'm not taking nothing from this A-Cup kid. This kid can ball.
This nigga can hoop.
Don't tell me he was better than Memphis Derrick Rose.
I got a question though.
What's up?
And I'm not saying he is, but why not? Why not?
I don't think from the numbers wise, yes. I think skill wise, I think D Rose, Tyreek Evans are more skillful point guards in school than to me.
I'm not gonna put down the Kentucky guards because they had a loaded team around them. You can't name nobody else on Darius Acuff team.
Well, that's why Douglas Roberts. Who could you name on?
That's what I said. That's why some leaving Kentucky names out. But you said even then, you said outside of Chris Douglas Roberts. It's not outside of nobody but Arkansas.
I can't name nobody on the one.
And on top of that, at Memphis, who was Memphis playing?
Exactly. I'm gonna be real. This is the first point guard I've seen him do what he does in a long time. Because usually he has his point guards even his star players in general.
Mm-hmm.
He keeps them on like a short leash.
He does.
And I think that's where people are like putting that in a perspective of where now imagine if he didn't keep the short leash on like a John Wall or
I think the more comparable one is Derrick Rose. I like John Wall
for
too.
sure.
I think the more comparable one is Derrick Rose.
Oh, for sure.
Because I do have Derrick Rose better than this kid, and I can't explain why neither. You know what I'm saying? But
let's just stick with Kentucky guys out because I think he was better than Jamal Murray in college. I think he was better than SGA and Devin Booker because they weren't who they were in the pros. But let's stick with the early caliber.
Devin Booker got put on the short leash too.
Right. What up, Noodle? What's
up, Noodle?
What are you taking this kid over over 01 DeJuan Wagner?
I think
nice.
That's the only person I'd probably take him over. Take over him is Derrick Rose. If you allow Derrick Rose to do what this kid is doing,
oh yeah,
I'd probably Derrick Rose. I'm not mad at DeJuan Wagner, but I also feel like, and I say this a lot of times when we say who's the GOAT, it's a lot of nostalgia in that. It's our time. It's who we attach to. And I think that's why we feel so high about who we grew up with.
I think also the fact of the matter is and I'm saying this as someone who was exposed to Memphis basketball a lot in college. That the Memphis basketball team, kind of what you said though, Mark, kind of to your point, who were they playing? They were playing a bunch of shit asses in the American Conference, I think is when they were, or they were in the Conference USA at that time, whichever one of the fucking conferences they were in. But the thing about it is I can still name about 4 players off of that team, or at least 2 other than Derrick Rose, just because I watched that Memphis team and I thought that Memphis team was decent, and then they made some noise in the tournament, right?
Right.
I think that what we see, how you feel like you can downplay it now is Arkansas is an SEC team. Arkansas has a somewhat reputable within the last 3 decades of being a team that was either in the tournament, gone in pretty far in the tournament, or won the tournament. And Memphis we just never felt like that. We never thought Memphis or Memphis State at the time or whatever was ever going to be worth the shit. And I felt like Derrick Rose held that team up where
to propel. Yep.
We expect this John Calipari with a bucket full of money in Arkansas, and this kid should just be good. So that's my thing. And like Calipari was kind of younger in his career. I just feel like it was like the expectations. We had less expectations and got more from Derrick Rose's team than we have higher expectation, and they're getting the same or less from this Arkansas kid. That's just me being.
So like I said, I'm keeping Jamal Murray, I'm keeping Devin Booker, I'm keeping SG out of this. Out of the 4 names I've named, which was John Wall, Derrick Rose, Tyreek Evans, and DeJuan Wagner, how many of them are you taking? How many of those are you taking over Darius Acuff?
I'm personally taking Derrick Rose and John Wall over him. That's just me. Everybody else is understandable because he's better than all the other dudes were up over there in Kentucky. You know, De'Aaron Fox, all them. Like he played better than they did up over there. He looked better on the basketball court than those guys did.
What about Tyreek? You taking Acuff over Tyreek Evans at Memphis?
Tyreek Evans was a problem at Memphis.
Woo! I might have them as a tie.
Tyreek Evans is the problem.
That might be a tie because man, he was crazy at Memphis.
I think about Tyreek because obviously I can't remember who Reek had with him at Memphis. I know Derrick Rose had CDR with him.
Kenny Dorsey.
Dorsey.
Oh yeah, Dorsey.
Joey Dorsey. Yep.
Joey Dorsey. Yeah. Trying to say Ken Dorsey.
And
Yeah, we don't say Ken Dorsey on the show.
And then
I don't know who that is.
Jesus Christ. All right, my last call down names.
But I do want to say, John, I'm not mad at you for that calling out names, but I don't think Kendrick Perkins was as off as what a lot of people try to make him out to be when you really sit down and look at the numbers.
Oh, numbers wise, he's better than all of them.
And when you look at the gameplay, dog, like I think he's the best shooter out of everybody that you named.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that like it's just something about Derrick Rose for me that just is top notch for me.
I ain't mad at that. So this last one is kind of.
They beat Oklahoma that year in the tournament, didn't they?
Who?
Memphis.
They went to the Natty. They lost to Kansas. They lost to that Mario Chalmers team.
Which is how the
I know.
Which
I'm saying, didn't they beat Oklahoma on the way to go up over there?
Yeah,
they beat Adrian Peterson.
They beat,
no, that was Blake Griffin's team.
Blake Griffin's Oklahoma. What's wrong with you?
What I said?
You said
Adrian Peterson.
No,
well, he only beat Kid.
Jason White and them dudes.
Excuse me. What'd you just say, Nick?
Oh, no, nothing. Go ahead.
Wow. All right, my last one it's kind of for Nick, but I gotta say it as Artie Moreno. I'm sorry, Nick. I feel for you, dog. You're my guy, man. This ticked me off for you. So Artie Moreno, the owner of the Angels, said the number one thing Angels fans want is affordability. They want affordability. They want safety, and they want a good experience. When they come to the ballpark, believe it or not, winning is not in their top 5. For me, I've always wanted to win. I just what's the cost of winning right now?
John.
Let me. I'm gonna let you have at it. But let me just say,
excuse me.
Pause. You can never outrun bad ownership. And let me say this with Nick. He's dealt with this with Donald Sterling, at Al Davis at the end of his life, even now with Mark Davis. But this dude takes the cake for dumbest owner. All the owners of your squads. You want to talk about who's delusional?
Ever in the history of sports.
And like I said this to our boy Bass, who's also an Angels fan. It's like, and I know where Nick's gonna go. How the heck do you have two of the greatest players of all time in your era, and you've only won one playoff game? But saying the fans care about affordability, okay, that's all good and all because fans don't want to pay high.
Nobody gives a shit about that.
Nobody cares. If people going to go to the games, they're going to go to the games. I've watched
exactly.
4 million people went to Dodgers games last year. So if you want to spend the money, you're going to spend the money.
Thank you.
Who was the Angels owner when they won the World Series?
It was Gene Autry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't this piece of shit.
It was Gene
I
Autry.
thought it wasn't. Oh, okay.
It was who'd you thought it was?
I thought it was Disney when that. I thought Disney owned it.
It was Disney. Disney when they became Anaheim. Disney bought the team from Gene Autry. It was Disney.
Yeah, I thought it was Disney. I was like, I thought Disney owned it.
Well, Disney need to buy it back.
But go ahead, Nick. I'm gonna let you have at it before Mark and Cody. But this is your go ahead,
John. Is it safe at Dodger games? If you wear an opposing jersey?
Yep.
No, it's fine. We know the Brian Stowe situation. I ain't gonna.
Every Dodger game I've been to, I've seen a fight happen.
Right.
But guess what? It doesn't matter because it doesn't matter. The team is winning. This affordability thing. If the team is winning, nobody gives a shit how much the tickets cost. They're gonna go see them. The Dodger tickets will be $500 at the very least everywhere.
They'll be sold out every
nosebleeds. And people still gonna be up over there.
Yeah, they'll be sold out every game.
Every game. Because they're winning. Winning cures everything. And this idiot right here doesn't understand that. You wasted so many years and so much talent on the team. And there's so many moves that could have been done.
When y'all didn't sign Vladdy back to the fucking contract.
Exactly.
Oh
I'm still mad about that.
Wow.
Yeah, he an asshole because he should have been and traded your outfitter to the Braves.
He should have traded him. He should have traded Ohtani. There's no way in hell that Ohtani should have left our team without us getting shit. There's no way in hell, especially you already knowing that he's going to leave. I don't give a damn what other teams give me. He's y'all problem once he leaves from over here. If he won and done from y'all, oh well. Somebody will take a chance. This dude's an idiot. It's not. What do you mean when it's not a problem? You know how crazy it sounds for you to tell a fan base that they don't think that winning is a priority, and you still expect them to spend money up over there.
Yep. They playing.
I refuse. Look, I've thought about going to it. I have been to an Angel game in years, and I will not go to one as long as this dude is is the owner of the team. I refuse to. This is crazy. I'll still support the team, but as long as this, I'm not putting no money into this dude's pocket.
I hear you. Go ahead, Mark.
I don't have nothing to say about this. He's an idiot. I think that they should vet some of these owners before they become owners.
I heard a theory. I'm gonna give this to Cody, then I heard a theory from John Ireland today.
You will give what to Cody?
No, I'm gonna let Cody have his take, but I want to say John Ireland had an idea today on the radio. If you have 10 bad seasons as a franchise, you should be forced to forfeit your franchise.
Yes.
You should not go. You should not be able to own a team for a decade and just hemorrhage money off of them.
If you were any other line of business and your business was this bad for this long, you would have had to bankrupt.
Pretty much. Go ahead, Cody.
I'm just saying, like, this is levels of the movie Major League bad.
Wow.
Like that's how bad this is. This, and no shade to the Angels whatsoever, but like I just feel like that this team is shit. They have one of the worst winning percentages of all time. And it's only gotten worse statistically in the past 2 decades since they won a World Series, and have had, like what Nick just said, you've had some of the greatest players to ever lace up a pair of cleats play for your organization. I've always thought Mike Trout was overvalued, but that's just me. But Ohtani, I ain't got no arguments for that. And then got players like I just said, like Vladdy, and you got players like the guy I think's the best Angel of all time, Garrett Anderson, and
Hello.
You got Jim Edmonds, a guy that I loved watching when I watched Cardinals baseball. So guys like that, like it just Jared Weaver, like just fucking dudes, and y'all suck. Like it, like
and look at the idiots he gave money to.
It just get Tim Salmon, John Lackey, Torrey Hunter. I just can name a shit ton of Angels players that played for them, and I just felt like that it was just like, why are you not better than what you are when the American League West at times was very bad?
Was down.
Before the Astros got there, when the Astros were still in the National League Central, the AL West was ass. No, Seattle wasn't very good. Y'all were okay. You got
the A's been bad.
The A's have just been terrible for decades, for a long, long time. And like that's just it just makes no sense. It just makes no sense. Bad. Yeah, Rangers were mediocre. I mean, they kind of ran it in the middle of the 2000s, but they were one of those teams that had a really good roster that couldn't do shit with it, and they go to the playoff, to this World Series, and get beat. So I'm just saying, I think it's stupid. I really do. I like that what you just said, John, where if you have a bunch of bad seasons like in a row, that you should come under fire at least as an owner to be like, hey, this is what we need to do. I mean, I don't know. Sub 500 is just terrible as a sports organization at all. Like under 500 in the 82 game season is just terrible.
All right, Mark, you got anybody calling out names?
Stephen A. Smith.
For
a couple of nights ago, LeBron crossed 43,000 points, right?
Oh shit!
I think Wemby had a good game. Cade Cunningham had that great game. You know what Stephen A. Smith was talking about?
What?
A LeBron dressing.
Can I clean that up? Because I know where he went. That didn't start with Stephen A. That started with Pat Riley.
Cool. With everything that's going on.
We got a fight?
With everything that's going on, I don't think the NBA dressing should even be talking about. Like, we had 4 or 5 different topics where you can get at least a good 10 to 15 minutes out of each one of those topics, especially with the panel members on there.
Mm-hmm.
And Stephen A. Smith was talking about how he used to come into games, and he blaming LeBron. This is blame LeBron era.
He didn't blame it on LeBron. I watched the segment.
Oh, okay.
He didn't blame it on LeBron. But it started with Pat Riley basically criticizing coaches post the pandemic for not going back to suits and still wearing the practice clothes in the games. Me personally, I don't care. Nobody's forcing coaches to still wear the team jackets in their warm-ups. Because Ty Lue said it. I got suits in my closet I still ain't wore. You can wear them if you want to. But Pat Riley need to understand this also the same way with Stephen A. Times are different. David Stern's not here anymore because the dress code was brought in by David Stern as a overreaction to what happened at the Mountains.
Because 30 seconds, Iverson.
Well, that too, but AI ended up being the poster boy for it. But let's be clear, it was. Go ahead.
I think NBA coaches should wear the uniform like MLB players, coaches.
Yep.
Can you imagine like Steve Kerr in the full Warriors uniform?
I don't want to see Steve Kerr wearing no NBA uniform. Put the jersey on. Like more sex fan. Man, dog.
Hey. That nigga's being warm the whole fucking time. That should be crazy.
Exactly. Like Larry Bird in the 3-point contest. Know what I'm saying? Man.
Wait, hold on now.
Nah, hey. Larry Bird.
Larry Joe also walked there and said, "Who coming in second?"
Yeah. Like everybody tried to mock it this year, the 3-point contest. Only one, but Dame was the only one that was successful. Go ahead, Nick.
Who do I have on calling out? Well, we already discussed sorry ass Artie. I hate Artie Moreno. Oh man, that is like, bruh. I can't wait until I was so happy when I heard that he was gonna sell the team, and then he changed his mind. And I'm like, bro, I still don't to this day don't understand that. Sell the team. But man, fuck him. What else I have one call now names? Oh my god. Damn, I forgot who it was. It had something to do with I have the media on calling our names in general.
Go ahead.
If you guys, I hate hearing these. I have these sources. Or this unnamed person is saying this about that situation. Man, Mark said this a long time ago. So I'm putting y'all names on some of these quotes. Stop being scary. It's getting ridiculous, and it's going to start getting worse and worse the more we close to the draft. And it'll be the same way for both basketball and football. You're gonna start hitting these unnamed coaches and unnamed general managers, or somebody in the front office saying this off the wall crazy shit about somebody. It's gonna have no name on it. And it's gonna be so downgraded to trying to beat to somebody's stock. And I'm just tired of this shit, bro. It happens every year. The shit gets annoying. Put your name on it. And look, at least when Perkins says something, he stands on what he's saying.
Yep.
You feel what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. If you're gonna go ahead and say something, go ahead and you just go out there and just do it. Stop being scary and deal with the criticism, whether you're right or wrong.
Dalton, can they still on the Lakers?
Yes, some way, somehow, I have no idea that he's still on the Lakers. Oh, and I want to give a huge shout out to the Indiana Pacers for trading us Benedict Mathurin.
Benedict Mathurin?
Because he has been going crazy on our team.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Welcome back to chaos. Yeah. Ben Mathurin is balling for y'all, dog. I love Zubats, man. But look, that looks like a good trade. It looks like a really good trade.
Hey, man. You gotta bring somebody young up over there, man. We were in a predicament where we couldn't get any youth on our team. We didn't have no draft picks because of the fucking Paul George trade. And you can only get so many second rounders. That's hopefully they eventually do something and they don't. So it's like, you gotta you got to make moves against some of these young guys. You know, we got lucky that he was in a predicament where it's the same thing with Kuminga going up over there to Atlanta. And Kuminga dropped like 25 tonight in his first game with Atlanta.
Damn, so you turn over there, Orlando start going crazy.
Go figure. All right, Coach, you got anybody for calling our names before we get up out of here?
I do not. Other than the fact of the media, like you said, just stop talking shit.
All right.
Exactly.
So we're going to get up out of here. We'll be back on Friday, talk some more NBA. First day of the combine is Thursday. Any news or updates out of there, we'll definitely bring them to you on Friday.
Bring them out.
With me and Mark. Stay tuned. I might have an announcement about Sunday Night Lights Hoops Edition.
Oh shit!
But we'll see when it's a certain game that's going to be on the schedule in a couple weeks. So I might want to do a watch along for, but we'll see how the schedule permits. How Daddy Daughter Day goes. So to let you know about that. But Sam,
you too, brother.
Wherever you're going through, we're here for you. We'll see y'all Friday. Check me out tomorrow. Me and Trail Sports4U Wrestling. Check out rest of the CCN crew. Obviously, Humble Roses is on hiatus right now. Check out Marks with Mikes. Check out Main Event Mamas. Check out the Mimi Morning Show. Check out Best in the World with Trail and Dale on Thursday. But check us out.
Shout
Friday.
out to Uncle Allen. And if you know,
congratulations to the great AJ Styles. You know what I'm saying? And check us out Friday for Sports4U, and then Saturday Sports4U Wrestling, the Elimination Chamber watch along. Subscribe, YouTube, follow us on X, Instagram, and TikTok, and Facebook at Sports4U Podcast. And we will see y'all on Friday. This has been Sports4U. I'm John. That's Mark.
Yep.
That's Nick Freeze. That's Cody. And we'll see y'all Friday. Peace out, everybody.
For you, from the coast to you, 3 LA minds talking what we do. From the streets to the stats, from the bar to the chat. Sports4U. Yeah, we run it like that. Hit that link, lock that feed, John. Nick, all that you need. Sports4U. Every day, new seed. From LA roots to the whole world's league.